So I will introduce to us today our speaker, and he is Mr. Benjamin Adroja. Mr. Benjamin Adroja is the MD CEO of Cutting Edge Partners, a premier financial services firm serving individuals, families, and investors nationwide through bespoke financial advisory services. Driven by a strong and abiding commitment to serve, he helps clients succeed financially with investment planning and advice for helping them achieve their life needs and financial goals. Today, Benjamin Adroja is a household name. Staff of several global organizations, including First Bank, Diamond Bank, Nine Mobile, Aero Contractors, Cadbury Nigerian PLC, Nigerian Bottling Company, Lekki Construction Company, Mamaka's Restaurants Limited, Daystar Christian Center, Honeywell Superfine Foods Limited, just to mention a few, have been part of his training. He is also the originator of unique solutions, such as Family Finance Mastery Entrepreneurial Masterclass, Investors Masterclass, and so on. He holds a live training for business owners to show them how they can ensure continuous cash flow in their businesses and to give them the tools and skills they need to become astute investors. He runs an online training solution for workers stroke employees to give them a step-by-step guide to building their own wealth through working for someone else. He also runs live training for civil servants to show them how they can manage their finances well and how they can get ready to retire rich. He runs open and specialized training seminars, conferences, workshops for individuals and organizations. His seminars, trainings, conferences, and symposia offer clear and practical financial principles that are easy to understand and apply. He teaches and shows people how to make money legitimately, how to efficiently manage and invest in it to create their ideal
The profile is massive. Let's give Mr. Blessing some time. It's great to come back online. Sir, you can see what your profile has done, sir. Well done, sir. Kindly bear with us, everyone. Please let's give Mr. Blessing just a minute. I think it's an internet problem, so he's going to join back in very soon.
Okay, can you guys hear me, please?
We can, sir.
Okay, apologies. I lost us for a few. Okay, I lost us for seconds. My speaker is not connected. All right, so I'll continue with this. Okay, so I think I will continue with this. I'm having clash here with my with my mic.
So I muted the other device. I think it should be fine now.
And I was actually very happy that they are coming, because I believe.
Can you mute the mic where my picture is and leave this one that is just audio?
Okay, yes, it is. It is muted now, sir.
That one is muted now. Okay, so I
Yes,
can
sir.
continue here. You can hear me from here, I guess.
Yes, we can. It's clear.
Okay, thank you so much. Apologies for that. My video can be up, but my audio will just be from here. So I stopped at the fact that he recently published his book. I am speaking and introducing our guest speaker today, Mr. Benjamin Aduroja. He recently published his book, Funding Your Dream or Your Dreams. Here is an excerpt. A Christian aspiration. Dreams are the blueprints of our ultimate achievement. They are an untapped potential waiting to be explored. Dreams are necessary. Without dreams, there will be no ambition to chase. There will be no goal to reach. I will stop here and advise everybody to try and get his book. But before I end, I must speak concerning some of his achievements. He's a highly sought after finance coach. He serves as a finance coach on Coach ME, the very first digital platform in Africa by Olushola Lanre Coaching Academy, OLCA, that provide transformational coaching at people's convenience. Coach ME will enable and empower you to move from where you are to where you desire to be. He is a certified life coach, an emotional intelligence certified professional, an emotional intelligence freedom techniques and metrics re-imprinting practitioner, and a neuro-linguistics programming technique practitioner. He holds a master's degree in business administration, specializing in finance from the University of Lagos. He is an honors graduate of economics, Olabisi Onabanjo University, Ago-Iwoya, Ogun State, Nigeria. He holds both basic and advanced certificates in leadership and strategic management from i-Xtra Leadership Academy. He holds a certificate in leadership growth and development from Rick Warren and Rick Warren's Purpose-Driven Network. He is also alumnus of acclaimed i-Xtra Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me this evening as we make welcome our guest speaker and facilitator for this program today, Mr. Benjamin Aduroja. Mr. Benjamin, you are welcome and you may have the floor.
Wonderful evening, sir. Wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I do not make light of it. I count it a rare privilege to consider Mr. Blessing Ayemere my coach and my mentor. Yes, it's an absolute privilege. Over the years, he has mentored me. He has guided me. He has, been there. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, sir, for everything. So I am grateful for this opportunity. I hope you can see my screen. Can we see my screen, please? I'm sharing something. Can we see it?
Yes, we can.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so straight to the point. This evening, we are going to be considering looking at it from a different dimension, really. Yes. We are looking at this topic from a very unique and a different dimension. Now, the essence of my presentation is to give you insights into business and investment opportunities that have become more pronounced you know, as a result of this COVID-19, the pandemic, a few industries have become more pronounced and become they become more germane. So I'm not going to talk about the traditional investments business, all these crypto assets. I think that has been seriously dealt with. I'm not going to talk about shares and all those stuff. That's one that day. I'm going to focus on some certain places that a lot of people are not focusing on. I'm going to focus on certain industries that people are yet to pay real attention to. And this is going to be a very practical session. I'm going to share stops that you and I can immediately apply with little or no money, but resourcefulness. So the element we need to apply all of these things is resourcefulness. Thank you very much. Now, my name is Benjamin Aduroja. I am a financial advisor. I'm very passionate about this. I am very passionate. This is my calling. What I'm doing is what I'm called to do. It is my purpose. It is my essence. So I'm very passionate about it. Over the years, I've been grooming myself, developing capacity in this area, and God has been helping me. Now, I want to start with a story. I'm not sure many of us have come across this story. It's a story about a bridge called Choluteca Bridge. Choluteca Bridge is found in Honduras. Now, Honduras is located in Central Africa, Central America, I beg your pardon. And that part of the world is susceptible to, hurricanes and storms because they are very close to the Atlantic Ocean. So after several years of losing buildings, losing bridges to storms and different hurricanes, the government of Honduras now came and said, we need to build a strong, a secure bridge that can withstand any hurricane. An indestructible bridge, that's what they call it. An indestructible bridge. So they brought in bridge experts from Japan, one of the best in the world, to come and build for them an indestructible bridge over the Choluteca River. And then from 1996, the construction started. And then by 1998, the bridge was finished. And it was commissioned to fanfare. People are so happy. Now we have a bridge that can stand any storm, no matter how destructive that storm is. We have a bridge that can serve us for years, for decades, even for generations to come. So they were very happy. Guess what happened? Just a few months after, the same 1998, just a few months after the commissioning of the bridge, one of the most destructive hurricanes, Hurricane Mitch, struck in 1998. Hurricane Mitch, and it destroyed and wiped out, different buildings. It wiped out roads. It wiped out bridges. And people were wondering, okay, how would Choluteca Bridge fare with this hurricane? And they were so surprised that true to its building, true to its work, it stood. It withstood the hurricane. It stood still. It was not destructed. But something happened that shocked everybody. And it's in my next slide. See, in this slide, you can see that the river is flowing under the bridge. But look at this now. This next slide, you can see, this is the same Choluteca Bridge. You can see that the roads have been wiped out. The bridge is still standing, but the road leading to the bridge wiped out, both at the front and at the back. And then guess what? River Choluteca changed its course. It changed its route. It now moved right alongside the bridge rather than under the bridge. This was a massive disruption. And that is what we are experiencing in this post-COVID world. This is the kind of situation that we have found ourselves in. COVID-19 lockdown changed everything. it was a massive disruption. Disruption is now the new normal. It's now the new things are, I don't want to bore you with the details. Disruption is now the new normal. One of the things that we now have in this post-COVID world is the fact that the business landscape is now global. I think my mentor hammered on this in the last month's presentation. Mr. Remi Dairo, he hammered on this, that this is not, it's not a global landscape. Global. So what this means is that someone in Dubai can be working for another company in Ondo State. So that means that the guy in Ondo who is trusting God or looking out for a job does not have his competition within Ondo or even within Nigeria. His competition is now global. People can work from anywhere. So that means that you and I must develop capacity to global standards. As you can see, I'm taking this topic from a different angle, but follow me as I move on. Now, in this post-COVID era, there's no hiding place for small players. You cannot afford to be a small player in this post-COVID era. It's either you grow big or you go home. There's no hiding place for small players because everyone is competing for the same thing now, globally. Globally. Now, this company, Flutterwaves, they employed one of their major staff. I think their chief marketing officer also, I'm not really sure of the post, but it was a major post. Guess where the guy resides? The guy is an American. He lives in America. He has never been to Nigeria before. Yet he is the chief marketing officer of Flutterwaves. So someone might be trusting God or looking out to getting such a job. But someone in America has gotten that job. So there is no hiding place for small players. This is the time for us to go global in terms of capacity, in terms of the value that we can add. So we need to develop capacity to the extent that we can add value on a global scale. One of the other things that COVID-19 lockdown, the post-COVID-19, one of the other characteristics of post-COVID world is that our work and lifestyle have changed forever. It has completely transformed our lifestyles. And that's the truth. I can tell you that for the past 2 or 3 months, I've not been to the office. I've been working remotely. I've been working from my home office. I've been working, my work virtually is virtual, period. So prior to COVID-19, I was an office junkie, always going to the office from Monday to Friday, even on Saturdays. But after the lockdown, everything changed. So our work and lifestyle has changed forever, and it is forever. Now, this brings me to this very, very important point. You and I are now the government. I understand the scenario we find ourselves in. The government is struggling. There's high rate of poverty, high rate of poverty, unemployment, insecurity, and whatnot. I understand that. However, I want to submit to you that you are now the government. I am now the government. I can choose how I respond to what is happening to me. I can live from my inner man. I can live based on my vision. I can be vision driven and not circumstances driven. I'm driven by what I'm pursuing, my vision. Of course, I know that the circumstances around are adverse, but I'm focusing on solutions. I'm focusing on what I can do, how I can contribute to the solution, how I can become a solution. I know that a lot of people are running out there. They are traveling. I saw one guy who tweeted some days ago. He said, Nigeria, bye-bye. I've escaped, and something like that. Very, very, very interesting. But you and I are now the government. What we now find ourselves in is what I call the fourth revolution. This is the era of AI, like we all know, the era of robotics. Things have changed. That means we need to upskill. We need to adapt. We need to adapt. We need to upskill ourselves. Things have changed when it comes to investing, because all of these things, people just focus on investment. What kind of investment am I going to put my money in? It starts from me. It starts from you. You. That's why I'm focusing first on us as persons. Before we cannot talk about the different investments that we have and the different opportunities that we have. This is the era of new billionaires and new millionaires. I'm a student of history. I've studied, I'm still studying history. During the time of the first revolution, industrial revolution, I realized that it ushered in a new set of billionaires. It ushered in a new set of millionaires, new guys entirely. The second industrial revolution ushered in a new set of people. Likewise, the third industrial revolution. In this new industrial, the fourth industrial revolution, new sets of billionaires and multimillionaires in dollars are being battered. So are you among them? I'm sure that I'm among them, because I see myself as a multi-billionaire in dollars, and that's who I am. Now, let's move on. Now, every one of us is responsible for the outcome of this or our life. I have seen a lot of people. That I'm really admiring on this because it's very important. We cannot sideline this and talk about businesses and investment. We need to just go to the root of things and dig out the challenge, the problems, because all of these things affect our subconscious mind. Now, why am I mentioning all of these things? As a financial advisor, I was working with a lot of people. I've been working with a lot of people, and I realized that when it comes to money and investment, we don't make decisions based on rational thinking. We make decisions based on our emotions, based on deep-seated, experiences that have conditioned and programmed us in our subconscious mind. So we need to be very deliberate about what we put into our subconscious mind. And I realize that a lot of people have been harmed by this current environment. So I realized that we just need to go back to that root and make things right before we can now talk about investments and business. Because if we delve into investment and businesses without taking care of these things, I realize that a lot of people at the end of the day end up losing money, losing stuff, because they've not dealt it in their mind. Because, for example, I see people open up big stores, big businesses, they pump in money, but at the end of the day, in a year or two, that thing goes down the drain, because deep-seated in their subconscious mind, they have not become the kind of person that can successfully operate that business. In their mind, in their subconscious, they have not become that kind of person that can effectively undo the resources and multiply the resources. So you and I need to take responsibility for the outcome of our lives. In essence, you need clarity. You and I need clarity. This is the era. There are so many things going on out there. Crypto assets. I've been doing a lot of research on crypto assets. So much in the value chain. I've been doing a lot of research in stuff. And I realize that people can get missing. You can just lose your way if you are not clear about exactly what you want, how you want it, where you want it, when you want it. So you and I need clarity, and I'm going to talk more about this subsequently. Now let's move on. The fact is, this is a very common exercise. Some of us must have taken it here, but I just felt that we needed to bring it up so that you and I can test our problem-solving skills. It's a very, very important stuff. It's a very simple exercise. If you can, kindly get a sheet of paper and a pen. We're going to do a very simple exercise. It's going to test our problem-solving ability. So I'm going to give us 30 seconds to do that. Get a sheet of paper and a pen and do this simple but very powerful exercise. Now, you can see that we have 9 dots. So kindly, put 9 dots on that sheet of paper as displayed on the screen. So just simple, 3 dots per row. 3 dots per row. And then without lifting your pen from the paper, draw 4 straight lines to connect all the dots without lifting your pen from the paper. Draw 4 straight lines to connect all the dots. I'm going to give us a minute to do that. So if you are done, let me see in the chat room. Just put done in the chat room. Four straight lines without lifting your pen from the paper to connect all the dots. Okay, I've already started seeing some people. Okay. Oh, okay, someone is done. Fantastic. Okay, Okpeyemi Yusuf is done. Fantastic. Victor is done. Okay. Okay. Who else is done? You have successfully completed the exercise. It's a very simple but profound exercise. Without lifting your pen from the paper, draw 4 straight lines to connect all these dots. All these dots must be connected. Okay, someone else has finished. Who else? It's a simple exercise. It's a very simple exercise. Okay, we need to move on because of time. So let me do us a display. It's very simple. Okay, 4 straight lines. Okay, so 4 straight lines, join all the dots. Do not lift your pen. First line. That's the first line. Second line. Third line. Fourth line. Can you imagine? How many of us got it? Who got it? Did anybody get it? Okay. Nobody got it. Now, unusual times like this call for unusual strategies. We need to be nimble in our thinking. We need to be flexible in our thinking. We need to be agile. Now let's move on. The new challenges are throwing up new opportunities to make money. That's just the truth. There are so many challenges. So many challenges. I dare say that it is easier. This is my own theory. Of course, you can beg to disagree, but this is my own theory. It is easier to make millions of dollars in Nigeria than it is to make it in America or Canada that people are running to. I beg, that's my own theory. You can disagree if you like. Why did I say this? There are so many problems here. When you travel over there, a lot of things have been solved. A lot of those things that we are grappling with here, they have been solved over there. That's just the truth. But right here in Nigeria, in Africa, we have so many of these things calling for solutions that you and I can provide. What I'm saying in essence is that you and I need to work on ourselves. When it comes to investing, when it comes to opportunities, the first investment I'm going to recommend is to invest in yourself. We had our able and amiable host say that he has invested as much as $10,000 in himself to go for a conference. $10,000. Go and do that. Go and do the mathematics. And then not including, airfare to and fro, not including hotel accommodation and all that. $10,000, investing it in himself So what I'm saying is that the first asset you need to invest in, the first business you need to invest in is in yourself. Invest in yourself. Invest upskill. Invest resources. You have money, go and do certifications. Go and do courses. Invest in yourself. That things that will give you more leverage, that will make you to think holistically. Things that will help you to be able to see opportunities in a broader dimension, because a lot of people are narrow in their thinking. Things that will help us to have a broader world view. Very critical. Exposure. Very critical. Now, as you rightly know, I am a financial advisor. And when as I've worked with a lot of people, a lot of my clients, they come to me and say, so where do I invest in? What do I invest in? How do I do it? What businesses? What are the hot businesses? What are the hot investment opportunities? And I look at them and I ask them a few questions and I realize that they're not set. The opportunities they are looking for is, in the long run, would lead to their destruction. I'm telling you the truth, because they've not done the basic work. And the basic work is financial planning. Financial planning is critical. So the first thing you need to invest in is financial planning. In the next 5 to 10 years, where do you see yourself in your finances? You need to put some things in place. I realize that a lot of us do not understand the different dimensions of investing. We are so fixated on high risk, high yield investment vehicles. Oh, what's the next crypto asset to buy? What's the next stuff to buy? The odd thing, let me put money in it. But within 3 months, I get I get twice the fund. You know, we're looking for odd investment opportunities, but that is going about it the wrong way. It's the truth. Start first with financial planning. Start by determining, there are a few things you need to do. You need to go through a session of financial planning. There's got to be a profiling of yourself. Who are you? What are your goals? Your short-term goals, your medium-term goals, your long-term goals. What are the investment vehicles that will suit each of these phases of goals? Very important. For example, now you can't be looking at traveling for your master's next year March and putting your money in stocks now. It will go down the drain. That is not the right investment vehicle for that short-term goal. So it has to do first with determining your goal. You also need to determine your financial situation. What is my current financial situation? What is my personal income statement? What is my monthly income? What are my monthly expenses? What is my monthly net worth? Am I running at a these are critical things. They are basic, but they are very important. Where is my money going? Am I in debt? Do I have any savings? People don't have savings and they want to put money investing. You see that it's wrong. It's inappropriate. So these things are very basic. And I felt that I needed to mention them. Emergency fund, for example. Someone is looking at putting his money in crypto assets and doesn't have an emergency fund. An emergency fund of up to 3 to 6 months of your income that can sustain you in case something goes wrong. It's very important. Things that, these are very fundamental things that a lot of, I've seen it again and again. People get it wrong. Many of us get it wrong. It's very, very important that I mention this. A budget, for example, a lot of people don't use budget. We don't budget our income. We don't budget our expenses. Okay, we just get income and they will take part of it and just whack. This reminds me of a very humorous true life story. There was this guy that I knew in my church. It was in my area zone in church. So the guy, he did a job and then he was paid a huge sum of money. He had never earned that kind of money before. And he was so delighted. This is a big an huge sum of money. It will last me for months. Guess what he did? Rather than creating a budget, rather than creating a spending plan that will help him to prioritize based on his goals, he just put the money inside the drawer, drawer. So tomorrow you say, oh, I need 5,000 now. You would go to the drawer, pick 5,000, spend it. The next day, I need 10,000. You would go to the drawer, pick 10,000. That was how it continued. Then on this particular day, I need 20,000 now, fast, urgently. He went to the drawer. Guess what happened? The money had disappeared. Everything gone. And he couldn't account for where he had spent the money. He did not leverage a budget. A budget is a tool that can help us to invest our resources wisely, to manage our resources wisely. I was listening to a very important message by Miles Monroe. I stumbled on it on Instagram, and he was saying that he said man is principally a manager, that our main role on earth is to manage, that God will never give into our hands resources that we cannot manage. And that if he gives us resources and we are managing it well, once we stop managing those resources well, he withdraws them. And it goes back to our management, management level. So if we want to control millions of dollars, I will develop capacity to that level, to that extent. I am calling myself a multi-billionaire in dollars, and that's who I am. So that what I am doing is developing capacity to manage that kind of resources. Every single day I'm studying. Every single day I'm researching. Every single day I'm doing research. Every single day I'm working on myself, doing courses. Every single day, investing in myself. Everything because of where I am going. Now let's talk about the new industries. Remember that we are talking about rewarding businesses and investments in this post-COVID era. But I needed to lay that foundation that I laid before we go into this. So there are a few industries, few opportunities that have opened up. And like I said earlier, I'm going to veer away from the traditional stuff that we have. These are quite interesting opportunities. Let's dive into it. The first one is lifestyles of health and sustainability and wellness. That's the first industry that has opened up, because COVID transformed our industry, it transformed our lifestyles. So it has opened up new opportunities in this area. Let's look at some of them. The first one is home exercise programs and fitness equipment industry are well positioned to boom. If you are a physical exercise buff, someone that is very interested in that area, this is the time for you to make a killing. Earlier in the day, I participated in what we call the men's hangout. Men's hangout, it was virtual. Before COVID, we used to come together physically. We would, there would be games, aerobics, health talk, networking opportunities, and all that. But as soon as COVID struck, and then all of this social distancing stuff, we had to rethink it, and we made it virtual. Everything that we did physically, we brought it virtually. And guess what? We had an aerobic session virtually. And what this guy did it all the way. His guy is based in Texas, and he took us in aerobics. Guess what he did? He just recorded a short video, like 30 to 35 minutes video of aerobics. He was demonstrating the aerobics exercise routines for us. And they played it for us during the session. And we enjoyed ourselves. It was as though he was doing it live. This has opened up opportunity. People are looking at health. People are looking at new ways. People are afraid of COVID and all that. So people are looking at opportunities there. So you can do it. Broadcast fitness classes, it has surged by 513%. We need to look at this area. If you are something health tech, this is the time for health tech. Someone who is interested in health, even if you are not a practitioner, someone who is not a nurse or a doctor, you have an idea, you can come up with an idea that can serve people, solve a problem. Yeah. and then, you know, partner with people. Like I said, it's not about your resources, it's about your resourcefulness. Resourcefulness is very critical. Now, what about grocery deliveries? This is another interesting opportunity. Grocery deliveries, because it has opened up. It has opened up, you know, we have traditional players, Jumia, Konga, and the like, and some other stuff. If you can position yourself, you can come up with an idea to serve in this area, people are looking at it. People are looking at opportunities here. People don't want stress. There are people that will pay for it if you provide a solution in this area. Now, let's look at online education and remote learning. This has made a massive leap, a quantum leap post-COVID. People can't travel again now. You know, it has, the rate at which people can travel abroad for courses has reduced. So a lot of people are looking at online courses, online stuff, remote learning. It is a massive opportunity. You know what happened? My friend and I, we did a survey. We just did an experiment some weeks ago, and we realized that we can set up a training platform now and compete with Harvard. It was based on real life evidence. Guess what my friend did?
Somebody talk to this more.
That's because, can you mute your mic, please? My friend just got an idea. You know, we did MBA together, went to MBA school together some years back. So he now got an idea early this year, in the middle of this year, that in some months back, that you should do a mini MBA. He called it Christian Business Professionals. It was a mini MBA. So, okay, let me experiment with WhatsApp. Guess what happened? Oh my God. I'm on that platform. I see people I see number codes I've never seen before. The guy, I asked him, how did you do it? He said, I don't know. They were just joining. People from all over the world are on that platform. Mini MBA. And it brings in experts every week to deliver on WhatsApp. Opportunities opening up. Let's move on. Remote work is another opportunity. Now, platforms like Zoom are making a killing. Different platforms. There's still opportunity in this area. Come up with solutions that can help people to work better remotely. Very, very critical. It's an opportunity that we need to look into. Remember, we're looking at rewarding business and investment opportunities. Another one is entertainment. Whoa, this is the era of content. Honestly, content is the new money in this era, this post-COVID era. If you can come up with solid content, you can come up with solid packaging, you can be patient because it requires a little patience. You can be patient, you can be consistent, you will make a killing. Honestly. Honestly, mobile gaming is there. Explosion. Non-gaming entertainment apps. You can come up with an app. Come up with stuff that will, you know, engage people. Because people are now, you know, reducing their, you know, physical activity, that the rate at which they're exposing themselves physically. So many people are now staying indoors, working. People like me, working from home. So I want to be entertained too, and I don't want to go to a mall. I don't want to go to it. I want to entertain in my home. So what can I do? I go on Netflix. I go on YouTube. So if someone can create solid content for entertainment, it will sell. You can get adverts. Google, YouTube can pay you. So it requires consistency. It requires patience. It requires, you know, collaboration with certain people. And it also requires resourcefulness. Let's move on. Now let's look at the things that you can do personally. I've talked about industries. Let's look at that personal opportunity that you can plug into. Those business opportunities that you can plug into. Like I said, it's a very unique way. I'm not following the traditional route, because if I follow the traditional route, what's the essence of this session? So very unique. The first thing is become a high paid remote freelancer. Guess what happened? I was on Twitter some days ago, and the founder of the guy that founded Flutterwave, one of the founders, what's his name again? I can't remember. I can't remember his name, but he was lamenting that many of his staff are now doing 2 to 3 jobs because they are working remotely. So rather than doing his job and his own work, the work for his company, they're also doing freelancing for other companies, earning additional income, earning foreign currency, doing 2 to 3 other stuff aside from his own job. So this, you can plug into this. If you have something, a skill that people need, you can plug into it and become a highly paid, freelancer. A friend of mine was telling me the other way, we're supposed to run a project together, and he was telling me, oh, I'm so sorry, I just got a client, and I'm going to work with her on a freelance basis for the rest of this year, and I'm on retainer. She has put me on a retainer. We're working on a project. I'm working on a project for her remotely, working and earning. And with that, he can also do some other projects, 2 or 3 or 4 other projects at the same time. So this is one of the first opportunities we can plug into business opportunities. Another one is starting a successful podcast. Now, I'm going to talk about this in a very unique dimension. How many of us know about this app called Clubhouse? If you are on Clubhouse, can you just put I in the chat room? Clubhouse. Have you ever heard of it, or you're on it? Clubhouse. It's on, if you check your Android, Google Play Store, just type Clubhouse. Now, guess what happened? Most of the social media platforms we have are, Facebook, Instagram, and all that. They require text and they require video and all that. But some guys in America just say, can people connect using audio? Just audio. And they now created a social media platform, a platform called Clubhouse, where people connect with audio. People can form a community. People can share ideas. People can, gist. In fact, on that Clubhouse now, Brian Tracy, I was in a session with Brian Tracy with, what's the name of this guy? Brian Tracy, Les Brown, some weeks ago on Clubhouse. And then I realized a lot of skilled people, consultants are leveraging that Clubhouse to do to build their sales funnel. So they do free stuff and then they bring people into their sales funnel to buy their products and services. It's an opportunity that has opened up that many people are not paying attention to. You can start your own podcast. Start your own platform on Clubhouse, for example, or even create your own, app that engages people in audio form. Is a massive, this Clubhouse is a massive hit. Please kindly check it on Google Play Store and sign up. Check it out. It's Clubhouse, one house. Clubhouse is one word on Google Play Store or on your Apple Store. Let's move on to the next one. Start a blog. Some weeks ago, I got this idea that I should start a blog. And my major aim, of course, is thought leadership, to share my thoughts, but also to learn, to get adverts on it, to get Google to pay me, Google AdSense, and then to get people to advertise on it. Guess what? I don't know anything about web designing, honestly. And as I got that idea, I was thinking of engaging my web developer. But I just had this strong notion that I should engage, that I should consider it my learning curve, that I should learn it, I should do it myself and learn it. So I've been working on it for the past 2 weeks now, and I'm making progress without any prior knowledge of web designing. And my blog is almost ready. So one of the things you and I need to pay attention to is willingness to learn new things. Something that is going to bring, is a new, like upskilling. Start a blog. If you have an interest in a certain area, you can start a blog on it. Make money through it. Make adverts through it. Earn income through it. The next one is start making money online by joining a social investment network. Now, there are quite a number of platforms online that you can plug yourself into, online investment communities that are subscription based. Rather than investing individually, they invest as a community. I'm also looking at this area too, to form a community by the grace of God. I'm working on it at the moment. To form a community of people to invest together. We can pool our resources together and buy a house, buy an office complex, and then share it, and start making money. And people are paid their dividends quarterly or in half a year or yearly. Investing as a group, massive. You can form your own too. You can join one or even form your own. Very, very important. This is another massive opportunity that has opened up. And you don't need to even meet yourself physically. It's online. Another one is build a niche blog for affiliate marketing. Now, there are platforms online. All of these things are based on my research. There are platforms online that are selling products and services. They are looking for people that can sell it for them. So they have what we call affiliate programs. What this means is that once you sign up with them, they'll give you a very unique link. Anyone that clicks that link to buy that product, automatically, as the person is paying, a certain percentage is coming into your own account because they came through you. It's called affiliate marketing program. So that stuff online, you can plug in yourself into some of them online. Check them up online. Do your research. This is the era of research. You need to be willing and ready to make research. Do research, your thorough research. Now, I have noticed that a lot of people just invest based on ASA. Yeah, it's my friend. I say that come and put money in this. In the next 2 months, you get 140%. It doesn't work that way. Do your thorough research. There are platforms that you can plug, legitimate platforms that you can plug in online to do their affiliate program, market for them, market their digital products, and then earn a commission online. Another one is selling your products online across every platform. Across every platform, it has opened up. The world is now global. It is now flat. You can sell products to people in America. You can sell products to people in Dubai. If you can position yourself well, if you can position your products and services well, and plug into certain platforms. Very, very important. Earn money online by renting out your stuff. You have a car that is idle. The car is just sitting down. You have a property that is sitting down. You have stuff that people need that is just sitting down there. Leverage it, rent it out. Rent it out. Online, there are platforms like that that can help you to rent stuff out. Online. Very important. These are critical things that people are not really paying attention to. We need to do it. Share your knowledge to an online audience. This is also important. I mentioned it earlier, but I just needed to reiterate it because it is massive. It is massive. It has opened up. My friend and I did a crash program for people online some weeks ago, and people signed up from foreign countries for this program. We were sharing our thoughts. I was sharing my ideas on financial advice and all that, financial planning and all that. And my friend shared his ideas on branding. So we came together and did that program. We called it the Wealth Workshop. Some of us on this platform, a few people were part of it. The Wealth Workshop we did was a 4-session program. My friend took 2 sessions. I took 2 sessions over a 2 to 3 week period. And people signed up from all over. We had over 80 participants from different parts of Africa and different parts of the world who came. If you have a certain knowledge, you can share it. It's all about positioning yourself, building capacity, and then looking for platforms for expression, to express yourself. It has opened up. And then if you are looking at, for example, now my friend and I are looking at doing certification courses, starting certification courses for people, for organization. And I was asking him, I said, my friend, hey, wouldn't we need international affiliation for this kind of stuff, to do this kind of stuff? My friend said, how many people? My friend said, no, we don't need it. That we are now the international affiliation. He said that people should be affiliated with us. He said we did this program and people signed up from all over the world. So isn't that global already? Isn't that international already? So that now disabused my mind. We are global. We are international already. So share your knowledge online. Now, as I round off, what do you need to do? Because I've shared a few ideas. So what do you need to do to plug into any of these different opportunities, business and investment opportunities? The first thing is take stock of your skills, your current skills. Take stock. What can you do now? Just write them down. I remember I did this some months back. What can I do? And I wrote them down. Okay, I can talk, I can speak, I can write, I can coach, I am a financial planner, I can, I listed quite a number of them. I can do a lot. I wrote them down because I was thinking, okay, which one can I monetize now? So take stock of your current skill sets, write them down. That's the first thing you need to do. Next is do a self-audit. That's the next thing. Do a self-audit. Who am I? What are my goals? Where do I see myself in the next 5 years? Where do I see myself in the next 10 years? Because all of these things will inform the kind of platforms and opportunities that you can plug into. If you are good, if you are not, if your skill set does not have to do with entertainment, of course you can develop skill in that area, but it won't be in the core entertainment. It will be in the education entertainment value chain. So what I'm saying is that this self-audit will determine the kind of opportunity you can plug yourself into, so that you'll be doing anywhere benefits, like they say it in pidgin English parlance. Anywhere benefits does not work. That's just the truth. And that's what a lot of people are doing. Anywhere benefits, anything that can bring in money. And they waste time, they waste resources. And at the end of the day, they waste their lives. And they find out, okay, what am I doing? What have I done with my life? I'm now 50, I'm now 60. Because they didn't take time to think through. They didn't take time to do a self to know themselves. This is very important. It is critical. The next thing you need to do is look at the most appropriate opportunity that you can leverage on. There are certain, apples that are very close to you. If the apple is close to, why are you looking at the one farther? You can start plugging the ones that are very close to you. Which one can I leverage on now? Which opportunity can I plug in now with little or no resources? But my resourcefulness. Look around you. You've done your skill set in you've done a list of your skill sets. You've done your self-audit, and then having done that, do this. Look at the opportunities around you. Which one can I plug into? The next thing you need to do is start with what you have, where you are. Now, I made this mistake for a long time. I was looking for capital. I was looking for big money to start businesses. And I stayed there for a long time until I came to my senses. And I realized, okay, what can I start now? With what I have, where I am. Honestly, I have realized that what you are looking for in Sokoto is usually in your pocket. Honestly, I'm telling the truth. A lot of people are fixated on those things that are far off and blind to those opportunities, those resources that are nearby. Someone said that it is not what you have, or it is not what you don't have that stops you. It is what you have, but you do not know how to use. He said, he that is faithful in little is faithful in much. The one that says he does not have, even that which he has will be taken away from him and given to the one that has. So It is all about resourcefulness, not resources. You may not have the required resources at the moment, but you can leverage your resourcefulness. Start with what you have, where you are. Very important. This is very, I need to just make mention of that. Give yourself time. Be patient. It might take a little time. It might take a little while, but be patient, be consistent. Very, very important. Be teachable. You can't afford to say, I know it all this day, in this era. This is the era of nimbleness in our thinking, openness, keeping an open mind, being willing to learn and to grow perpetually. Perpetually. You can't say, I know it all. Okay, I know what he's going to talk about. Yeah, I know this, that. Being open, being willing to learn at all times and to grow. Very, very important. Then keep building capacity. Like I said, it's a global landscape now. You and I need to build capacity to global standards. I remember my pastor said this years ago. He said that, very many years ago, he said that when people are mentioning pastors in Africa, in the world, he took it upon himself to build capacity to be, when people are mentioning the first 1, 2, 3, his name comes up. It's intentional. Globally, it's intentional. That's my own goal too, by the grace of God. When people are talking about financial advisors globally, top 1%, the number one, that's my focus. That's my focus globally by the help of God, by the help of the Holy Spirit, working on myself. And I'm doing this every single day, working on myself on a global dimension. That is it. Being able to deliver value globally. It requires capacity building, capacity development. Now, as we round off, let me quickly talk about new money habits. As we round off, new money habits. These are very important things that we don't pay attention to, but they are very critical. They are basic, but they are very important. They are fundamental to our ability to create long-lasting wealth. Very important. And a few of them I learned from my mentor, Rob Lesnar. Automate your savings and giving. That's just the truth. If you don't automate savings, things will come up that will want to make you spend that money. In fact, someone was lamenting some days ago that, hey, even $1 million is not enough for him again, his salary. That when the money comes in by, like this, things have come up. Do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. As in before the money comes, she has spent it. Honestly, it's a law. It's called Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law. Expenses have this attitude of rising to meet up with income. If your income doubles overnight, before you know it, your expenses will double, even triple. That's just the truth. So we need to automate our savings and investment. Then set clear goals. Set clear goals. These are important. People don't invest with clear goals, written down goals. I was having a session with a client some days ago, and I was asking, okay, you want to invest this amount? How much do you want to invest? Okay. And okay, what are your goals? What are your short-term goals? What are your medium-term goals? What are your long-term goals? Okay. I will determine those. Okay. And I told, okay, let's put this money in this particular investment vehicle. This is what will work for you based on your goals. Not just putting money anyhow in any place and expecting a miracle. Track every kobo. We need to be good managers of our money. Very important. Don't spend money anyhow. Know where you're spending your money in. Know what your money is going into, and then track it. Very, very important. Last but not the least, as I conclude, is what you and I need. I believe that many of us are Christians on this platform. What you and I need. Please, can you mute your mic? What you and I need now is revelation. Honestly, revelation from the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to plug in? What opportunities do you want me to plug into. Very, very important. The person that knows the end from the beginning is God. A lot of people invest sidestepping God from the process. God is the all-knowing. He knows where the money is. He knows where your money is. Why not ask him? Revelation will put an end to every form of frustration in your life. Revelation is the critical and the most important resource in this post-COVID era. The most important resource is no longer gold. It is now revelation. What God is saying, not what God has said. What the Holy Spirit is telling you to do. How he is telling you to do it, when he is telling you to do it. Very, very important. And I end with that. Thank you so much. I'm done speaking. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Ben. I will say Dr. Ben again and again. Thank you for making yourself available. Thank you for being such a blessing to every one of us today. I know you have committed so much time, you have committed so much effort and sacrifice to be here today, and that we don't take for granted at all. Please, ladies and gentlemen, can you help me appreciate this wonderful man, you know, Mr. Benjamin Adroja, for the outpouring of knowledge, wisdom, time-tested principles, sharing practical things. Please, let me say thank you. We have 20 people signed in here. I want to see everyone. That is the money you are paying for this seminar today. And if you don't, next time I will not allow you in. Okay, that's on the softer side, lighter mood. Thank you. Please let me say thank you to him. I really appreciate your being here, and you're saying thank you to his event. That was thought-provoking. That was practical. That was detailed. And I want to specifically say thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
You said a lot of things, and I'm not going to try to repeat what you have said. I thought they were clear, compared in plain language that anybody can understand, whether you are old in this business or you are a newbie. The information and the manner with which you have conveyed them is quite explicit. Like we said at the beginning again, Mr. Benjamin Adroja is a financial expert. This is what he does, and he's good at it. He can take your hand and walk you through your financial planning and help you develop a financial goal and also achieve those goals. And because where there is no plan, there is actually a plan, and that is planning to fail. All right? But where you have a plan, you have something you can measure, you know, your achievement with. When you have plans, it's like setting a KPI. At the end of the month, you are measuring, oh, I want to save 100,000 at the end of the month. So at the end of that month, you know, on the 30th or 31st of that month, you now look at how much you have and how much you say you want to save. You are able to compare. If you have only 50,000, you know that you didn't meet your goal. You cannot ask the next question, why did I not meet my goal? All right. You can ask the next question, what do I need to do to meet my goal next month? So you see that you are engaging constructively. And that is what Benjamin does. He's good at this, and he's devoted his time. I do the same, but sincerely, I don't have the time for now because my hands are full. So when I see somebody like Benjamin, who is full-time into this, helping people all around, whether you are a beginner, at the medium level, at the expert level, or at the very professional level, Benjamin has been helping a lot of people. I will saw the list of clientele is God. He talked about creating value. He talked about a lot of things you can start up today. And one of the things that jump at me is the fact that you need to create value and offer value. All right. That's one of the summary I picked from what he has said. Create value. Whether as a freelancer, do you have something to offer? Go online. You get people that you offer your service to. So create value around your competencies. Create value around your expertise. Create value around your passion. Everybody's got something to offer. Create value around it. Because Ben is here today because he's got value. There's no way I would have brought him if he didn't have value. And I mean, I have gone to different places. Some people see me on LinkedIn. They invite me to come and speak in programs. Yesterday, I was speaking in a program, talking to board of directors all around Africa and the world. And I mean, yesterday, I was in another conference as well, making a presentation, at an academic conference. And all these are because I am adding value somewhere. So create value. It might be that you are a good person that smiles very well. You know how to visit. You know how to reach out. You know how to help people. You are a steady supporter. You are an inventor. You are a creator, of idea. You can network with people. Whatsoever it is, create value around it. And I think that's what Ben has pushed us to see today. Whether in terms of identifying opportunity where you are, creating ideas, just create value. And I want to also say that another step that we can take to earn is that we must spend time learning before we can spend time earning. All right? We must spend quality time learning if we want to spend time earning. A lot of us are busy spending time to earn. We want to earn. We are not learning. Look at what we are doing today. We are learning. I tell you that all the things that Ben has shared with us today, they are tested over years. They are the things he has put together, and in fact, he shared testimony with us how he has done this with other people. Let's spend time learning, because if you spend time learning, you will spend time earning. Learning is not easy. Being here today for the past 1 hour is not easy. Your data is being used, the time for something else is being used. Like I was in about 3-4 sessions yesterday. Yeah, 4 sessions yesterday. I started my morning at about 7 a.m. I had 2 sessions. I had a 2-hour session. From there, I entered another session from 10 o'clock. That one took me from 10 to 5. In between that, I went to another session, between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, where I was also delivering paper. And when I finished that by 5 o'clock, by 6 o'clock, I joined another session that took another 3 hours till about 9 p.m. All right? At the time I was done, all these were all online. I was spent. But you know what? The information, the resources, the values I got from that place, you can't take it away from me. So let us spend time learning so that we can easily earn. Spend time learning. When you hear a band is anywhere, run after. I saw Ijoma here this morning, Lillian. Is she still here? And I just was scanning through something and I saw that she's having a program today by 8 p.m. Check her out. Is Lillian still here? Okay, I think she's dropped off. I saw her here today. And I saw something that popped up where she's facilitating a session this evening, and is on digital space. Ben has told us about digital space today. It's something that she's sharing. Go after those things. At times it's not easy. Don't go for information overload. You need to know where to pull back a little bit, but it is very, very dangerous this day and age if you are not learning as much as possible. There are places you can easily pay and learn so much. So once again, Dr. Ben, thank you so much. I just wanted to summarize in these 2 words that we have to create value around something and offer that value. Of course, we have to spend time to learn so that we can earn. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for your commitment. You are the reason why we are doing this. Sincerely, left alone for me, I would have run away since. Thank God for Daniel that is back. Daniel is back to Nigeria, and he has been very instrumental to packaging this, ensuring that this meeting holds every month. So please help me appreciate Daniel also for a wonderful job he's doing. And of course, Mr. Ayo Adisa, who has always been our chief host in this program. I can't leave without thanking everyone, both those in Nigeria and those outside the country that log on today. I want to thank you for being here today. I look forward to seeing you again next month. But let me tell you something. Before we meet next month, I'm not sure I'm going to be the same person that you are meeting today. I'm trying to increase my net worth by adding value to myself, buying a new book, reading a new book, engaging something new, attending seminars, taking a course, paying for program, learning a new skill, and just anything. There are many opportunities you can exploit today, but until you have a stable source of income where you divert your passive income to those resources, you are not able to build lasting wealth. My prayer and my wish is that when we meet a few years from now, we'll be able to celebrate together. Let me take a few questions before we go. Maybe 1 or 2 questions for Dr. Ben. Today, I've given him doctorship. I mean, I can start an institution and award doctoral degrees as well. I mean, it's a free world. All I need to do is to get approval from a government somewhere. It doesn't have to be Nigeria. It can be in the Bahamas, it can be in Seychelles, it can be in Honolulu, anywhere, and it's validly recognized. So please, if you have questions, we'll take just one, and then if there is none, I think it's a charge that we have gotten today, really. Very clear charge that we have gotten. But if there is any, lift up your hands. We will take that question today. Okay, so while I'm expecting somebody to ask a question, maybe I should ask a question, Dr. Ben. Okay, so the question I want to ask is, as a consultant in this field that has worked with so many people, what has been your experience in terms of the willingness that people have and the commitment as well to build wealth? A lot of people say it, but what is in their mind is different. Everybody wants to be rich, but when you give responsibility, you see that people mess it up, and you are asking, is the desire of this person really aligned, with the performance and expectation? So also when it comes to wealth building, everybody wants to be a billionaire. Everybody wants to, we are billionaire in the spirit, but we are not physically. And like somebody said to me some time ago, there have been many believers, Christian, tongue-talking, Holy Spirit filled, that were billionaire in the spirit, and they died in poverty. So the question is, are people really showing commitments beyond their wishes and what they say?
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Very powerful and profound question. Honestly, when I started a few years ago, I was so passionate. I'm still very passionate. And, I was, in my engagements with different clients, I realized that they would make commitments to certain things that we agree on, but they would do something different. When the push came to shove, they didn't follow through on some of the things they had committed themselves to. And then I was a bit taken aback. I was wondering what could be the issue. And I discovered, like I said earlier, that there were deep-seated beliefs, limiting beliefs, stuff that are deep-seated in the subconscious of people that are inhibiting them or inhibiting or stopping us from attaining to those lofty ideals that we have. Those lofty ideas of becoming this, becoming that. There are some things that are stopped, and I'm going to share this personal experience. Now, there was this goal I set some years ago. I set that goal every single year. I wasn't achieving it. Every single year. It was a financial goal. I wasn't achieving it. And then one day, I now went for, this is the value of, improving oneself. I went for a certification in emotional intelligence and emotional freedom techniques. And I realized that, having gone through that session, the sessions, I realized that I had some deep-seated beliefs that were countering the goals. They were negating the goals. It was like an offensive to the goals. Anytime the goal came, the goal bounced back because those limiting beliefs had obstructed my ability to achieve them. Those beliefs had become deep-seated in my subconscious. When I became aware of this, I now replaced the beliefs with empowering ones, which now helped me to achieve that goal. I realized that a lot of us have this issue, and it boils down to the fact that until we are able to recognize these things, deal with them, replace them, then the struggle continues. That's why a lot of people are still struggling financially, struggling in certain areas of their lives, because they want this, they want it, but they're not getting it. Because there are some things that they have to deal with internally. So my long and short of my answer is that a lot of people are not willing. That's just the truth, sir.
Thank you so much. A lot of people are not willing. We say one thing and we do another. That is the nature of man, and especially Christians. Unfortunately, it's more prevalent with Christians because we faith everything. All right, and God is expecting us to take action, and we are faithing it, expecting God to do it for us. God expects us to. Somebody was sharing something with me and said, see, when God was giving instruction to Noah, he was precise. Every step of the way, he was precise. God does not expect us to freeze our mind and our brain when it comes to taking action for investment and growth. You need to take action. You need to take steps. Well, I said to myself many years ago, I wanted to be a millionaire. That is about 20-something years ago. And how can I be? I was not earning enough. The only money I could save was 10,000 per month. And I said to myself, you know what? For me to become a millionaire, I need to save 10,000 for 5 years. That would be 60 months. That would be 600,000 naira. Maybe as I invest that money, I will get returns. And maybe as those returns come, between that 5 years, it will increase my salary. I might increase my savings to 12,500 or 15,000. I am sure, I'm very certain that within that 5 years, I will make it. So I started that journey of 10,000 per month for 5 years. I wanted to be a millionaire. It was very, very strong within me. 2001, and this is 2021. I started that journey. And you know what? I realized few months down the line, that plan was intercepted with a better plan. God stepped in, and I got something that changed the whole plan. And within a few months, I had $1 million, all right? It didn't take me years. Within a few months. At times, God is waiting for us to take the first step, okay? He's waiting for us to take the first step. I'm talking to us because I know we're also believers here. If you don't take the first step, you don't know what is going to happen. Reverend Sam and Dr. Sam, will always say that when you plant a seed, invisible forces are activated on your behalf. When you take action for business, for investment, for idea, invisible forces are activated. There are so many people here that have idle, invisible forces. Please give those forces work to do by taking steps. Give them work to do by taking steps. And if the step you take is not working, reevaluate. Don't die with what is not working. Continue to reinvent and reinvent and reinvent. With this, I want to bring this program to an end today. I want to once again thank you, Mr. Benjamin Adroja, for making yourself available, and for all the participants and guests today. Thank you for making this program a success. My name again is Blessing Obehi Ayemere, and I'm your host on this program, i-Xtra Leverage program that holds on monthly basis. Thank you, and until we meet again, go and have a rewarding business and investment opportunities. Have a good evening and a good weekend, and bye for now.